Hi and welcome to episode 3. Now in this video we're going to cover what are cryptocurrencies, what is blockchain technology, a bit of cryptocurrencies history, privacy and how they are created. Now what are cryptocurrencies, or cryptos as they call them? Okay, now things are going to start getting exciting now. Cryptocurrencies are digital money. Now this is nothing new. You probably use digital money on a daily basis if you use a debit or a credit card, or if you send and receive transactions using your bank's website. Now most of global currency in existence is in digital form nowadays, as it's on the internet. Even though we're going to dig into a few details here, the truth is that you actually don't really need to know all these things if you only want to use a cryptocurrency. Like, you don't need to know what happens under the hood when you swipe a credit card. There are lots of user-friendly applications that let you just send and receive cryptocurrencies without having to think about what's going on. So how are cryptocurrencies different from, let's say, dollars or euros? Well, traditional currencies are centralized, normally issued and controlled by central banks. And wire transfers can take up to a week, and multiple banks normally get a cut of each transaction you make, and they are somewhat opaque. In contrast, and with a few exceptions, most cryptocurrencies are decentralized. They have no central authority. Transparent, all transactions are publicly recorded and instantaneous. You can make international transactions 24/7 across the globe. Opening an account is free and doesn't require you anything other than a few clicks. And we refer to this as creating a wallet. It's a digital wallet. There is more than 1 billion people on this planet with no access to financial services. They cannot open a bank account, but they have cell phones and they can open a cryptocurrency wallet and start participating in the global economy. And this is revolutionary. You can buy the most unthinkable things with some cryptos, like houses, boats, gold, cars, food, donate to charity, you name it. Blockchain technology is a digital system of transferring and storing information in a decentralized way. Currently, most of the digital information we consume, like photos, videos, etc., in, let's say, Facebook, it's stored in the company's hard disks to a large extent, meaning that the information is centralized. In the blockchain, however, the information is copied and stored in millions of people's computers, distributed worldwide, interconnected with each other in real time, creating a distributed ledger, a network, which is the blockchain. Now let me give you an example to really understand the significance of decentralization. So imagine someone would like to erase Mozart compositions from the face of the earth. He would need to remove all the sheets of Mozart, all books that contain its songs, all albums, all internet websites containing it, and maybe even some geniuses have them in their mind, so it's virtually impossible. This is pure decentralization. Do you see how powerful this concept is? Now this is what blockchain technology has brought to the digital world. And let me ask you this, as a citizen, what aspects do you feel are more sensitive in a society's organisation? A vital aspect for me is the importance of transparency in voting, for example. Have you ever wondered if your vote is actually counted?
Under attack.
39 states were breached with security by the Russians.
Meddled in the 2016 presidential election.
Were responsible for hacking.
Whether that's true or part of Russiagate, truth is that history is full of manipulated elections. If there would be a way to take this risk out of the equation, don't you think it should be done? But not only in politics, in all votings, the Oscars, the Grammys, whatever. This technology is the most secure digital system in the history of mankind. It is resistant towards hacking attempts, censorship, counterfeiting, and corruption. So how is that digitally possible? Well, imagine someone would like to add a fake note in the Mozart music sheet. Humanity, see it as a network, would not accept it as true. The same thing happens with cryptocurrencies. If someone were to try to fake a crypto coin and add it to the blockchain network, it would never be inserted. All coins have records because every time there is a transaction, the blockchain gets updated. All the computers get notified and they store the new information containing the transaction's details. It doesn't matter if a computer gets shut down, there are millions of others that have the same information. Now, the first effective use case of the blockchain technology was in 2009, when the now famous cryptocurrency named Bitcoin was born. The big bang of this technology. One question that I get asked a lot is, who created it? Well, some people had the chance to speak with the creator through an internet forum back in the day, but one day his activity in this forum stopped, and the truth is that no one really knows the identity of Bitcoin's creator. The person who created it used the nickname Satoshi Nakamoto, and it could be a person, it could be a group of people, we don't know. Now, some years ago, Craig Stephen Wright, an Australian self-proclaimed Satoshi Nakamoto, claimed to be behind Bitcoin.
So you're going to show me that Satoshi Nakamoto is you?
Yes.
The hints seem to point out to someone else, however, Nick Szabo, a computer scientist that had previously designed a mechanism for a decentralized digital currency he called BitGold, a precursor to Bitcoin architecture, although Szabo had repeatedly denied it. Whoever it is considered a genius among many. Now, the fact that we don't know who Satoshi Nakamoto is sounds suspicious to some and even leads to some to think that this must be a big scam. Now, the reason why it is completely irrelevant who the creator is in terms of technology is the same reason of why it is completely irrelevant who Archimedes was in terms of mathematics. There are very few details about the life of Archimedes. No information if he was a good person or a bad person or what his motifs were. All we have are his gifts to the world. His mathematical discoveries work in today's world and are applied in modern science. Same thing happens with Bitcoin. It's a mathematical protocol that anyone can look into. Think about it like reviewing a mathematical problem. 2 + 2 is 4. Something that can be audited by everybody. It's open source, and that's the beauty of it. In a centralized system, it really matters who controls it and what their intentions are, because their decisions have effects over millions of people's lives. But in the case of cryptos, the technology is completely independent from its creator. It's always fair and impartial. It cannot be corrupted or cheated and places control of one's destiny in the hands of the individual. Now, what about privacy? Privacy does not mean secrecy. Everybody always talks about it nowadays after the leaks of institutions spying through smart devices. Many people hate intrusion in their personal lives. Most cryptocurrencies are transparent and all transactions are on a public record, which is the blockchain. So if it is that transparent, how can there be privacy, you might ask? Well, the answer is it combines the best of both worlds. So in other words, the blockchain records wallet A sent one coin to wallet B, but it doesn't know who A is nor who B is. Well, this permits maintaining anonymity if desired. This relates to our privacy and economic freedom, choice which should be subject to each one's own discretion. There is quite a lot of misconception about this topic though. Some criticize that cryptocurrencies have no anonymity, but this is often due to the lack of understanding the difference between the cryptocurrency and its holder's economic activity. If a person buys a product online with its cryptocurrency to receive it at home, the shop will ask the mailing address and its name. The client is the one revealing the information and the shop is the one that's registering it. This has nothing to do with the cryptocurrency privacy features. Now, you must be wondering how cryptos are created. Well, you are about to discover it. They are mined. Fortunately, mining cryptocurrencies is not as destructive as mining minerals. They're not created out of thin air though, like dollars. Most of them require electricity, and in some cases they require a lot to be mined. So yes, this is how cryptocurrencies have been designed to have the scarcity factor built in, like gold. And that's why some people refer to them as digital gold. Now the difference is that cryptos are mined with computers. There are mainly two forms of generating new coins. The first and most known is mining with computer power, also known as proof of work. The other popular form of generating new coins is called proof of stake, done with your own wallet balance. Mining new coins with powerful computers becomes harder and harder as the coins get mined. And this way, the inflation constantly decreases. There are even mining farms generating millions worth of bitcoins every day, but it can sometimes not be profitable if your electricity cost is more than what you mine. Mining cryptos is nothing else than a reward for those who maintain the blockchain functioning by sharing their computer's resources. Anyone can mine cryptos. You can do it if you want, but for some cryptocurrencies, you need external hardware to connect to your computer to stay profitable. Others can even be mined with normal computers, but some might hit up if they are not very powerful. As I said, the other way of generating new coins is actually called staking, or running a masternode. It's not called mining even though it has almost the same benefits, which is rewarded with newly created coins. Now instead of creating coins with electronic work like mining does, this is more like having a savings account that pays interest over time. You can obviously withdraw your coins if you so wish, but while the coins are in this account, they perform a function to the network, something similar to showing legitimacy. Like showing they have the real Mozart music sheet. They're not at risk at all, and they do not leave the wallet at any time, nor are they in anyone's hands. But from then they contribute to the well-being of the network, and the owner of the coin gets rewarded with coins that this process generates. Yeah, well that sounds like too good to be true, but where's the catch? Haha! Well, it's similar to mining in the sense that instead of buying mining equipment to stay profitable, you buy coins to lock them in your staking wallet. This is my favourite system because of the simplicity of it and because it's not very electricity consuming. Now that we have covered some important topics, you're starting to get a very reasonable understanding of cryptocurrencies. And see, it really isn't that complicated after all. Now, I hope you found this video instructive. If so, please give me a thumbs up and share this video if you'd like, so it can spread around the network. Let me know in the comments if I've been clear enough, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.